since I've been in the ring. And I missed it. The thrill that I got at the Rumble, I'll never forget.
Shut up.
All right, everybody, welcome back into the Golden Tea Lounge. I am Kevin Lindsay, hiding myself behind the Happy Thanksgiving image, but welcome to a Blackout Wednesday special daily contest preview. As you can hopefully see, you're looking at Crawdad Swamp, hole number 1. One of our Golden Tee 4 reimagined courses for GT 2019. Let's just take a little stroll down here. A lot of work has gone into these courses to make them look beautiful and better than ever, compared to how you might have seen them years ago in Golden Tee 4. So today's contest, if you don't know already, you should be ashamed of yourself because we've only been pushing it the last couple of weeks, is our special Blackout Wednesday $5,500 contest. $2,200, I believe, added. We've added from Incredible Technologies as a special Thanksgiving gift to you guys. So $5,500 prize pool, $500 top prize. A lot of money on the line today. So as with every daily contest we do, you can play as many times as you want until the end of the night tonight. So until 11:59 Central Time, you can get in some of your scores for this big Blackout Wednesday special contest. Now here you're looking at hole 2 of Pine Meadow. So if you haven't had a chance to yet, you when you're done playing the daily contest, you should go check out Events Mode, because you will see the exact opposite set of holes all week in an Events Mode. A special $12 top prize for Turkey Spectacular, I believe we're calling it. So in today's daily contest, you're going to see Crawdad Swamp on the odd holes and then Pine Meadow on the even holes. And during Events Mode all week long until the end of the day Sunday, you will see Pine Meadow odd holes and Crawdad Swamp on even. Thanks to Don for chiming in. Apparently, you should appreciate the $2,200 bonus because it's coming out of my the bonus money added because it's coming out of my bonus check this year. So I better play very well and hopefully win some of that cash. Just kidding, of course. But a lot going on. Don't worry, even though Thanksgiving is tomorrow, there's still plenty of stuff going on. Like I said, we have Events Mode with... Oh, come on, get in there. Oh, come on. That's awful. Happy Thanksgiving to me, too. But on Friday, a very special Freaky Friday. It's the Black Ridge Open, I believe we're calling it. It's another Adam Kramer wonderful creation. It's the best holes of Black Hills from Golden Tee 2008. And some of the best holes from Rattlesnake Ridge, which was one of last year's Golden Tee 4 reimagined courses. So, hopefully, let's see, my club set is on there. You guys can see that. I actually discovered something new today. I've played these courses a few times in general, but I've not tried this shot before. Very good opportunity to get an extra eagle that you might not see on hole 4 here of Pine Meadow. So what I'm going to do, I just teed, used a high tee, top left corner of the tee box. You might think, Kevin, what are you doing here? I have not reached the green, but my first shot that I did a few minutes ago before this stream, I actually got into the sand with a pretty close chip for birdie. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pull back to the C. I'm going to hit it out to the 3 pretty hard. Standard shot you guys always watch me hit in these live streams. I missed it. I didn't give myself enough room to hit that shot, but it still stands that I've got a 32-yard chip here for eagle. So see if I can get it. Too much with the release, but an extra stroke there that you might not have seen, and you might have just saw, all right, I'm going to go in the fairway and take my birdie and move on. So pretty good chance you get that eagle if you play the game a few more times. So another thing, this hole, a lot of these holes now are drivable more often than not compared to Golden T4. So if you've been around, this was, I believe, Golden T4 or Golden T4 2004, and then Pine Meadow was Golden T4 2002. Oh, Logan Bowman, good friend of mine. Thank you for joining, buddy. Sorry that you're not here to get some of these hands and get some tips in Golden Tee, but this Crawdad Swamp hole, you used to have to work really hard to eagle this hole, but thankfully now with the tees and balls and custom clubs, we are going to get an eagle right now. Might even get a hole in one, and then I'm going to have a really good day. But another one of those holes that back in the day might not have been as easy to drive and get an eagle, but now with in Golden Tee 2019 as part of this special contest, and then eventually when these courses come out in January and March, extra opportunities for better scores. Now this hole, I've never been a fan of this hole. This hole has always been drivable, but you've got to avoid this little tree right here. So what I'm going to do, just to be safe, slide over to the right. I'm going to pull back to the right of the B, and I'm going to hit it straight. Kevin Corey, I appreciate you catching the Braun Strowman reference. All right, and look at that. I'm going to have that 11-mile-an-hour wind is just going to carry the green there, push that ball over. You saw, I wish I had the ability to pause it, but I did put a slight cut on that shot to play that win. Dave Sandmeyer, I'm at home and I do not have a webcam, so I'm sorry. You get to look at the Happy Thanksgiving message because I don't want you guys to see my pretty face today. I'm sure you all know this, but Don, yes, I am in what I have referred to as the GT Lounge Northwest. Adam has taken the reins of GT Lounge North for his house, and so I have decided to call my place the GT Lounge Northwest. But I gotta say this because, well, most of you I like well enough to say this, but as you are going out and having drinks and celebrating the time of year to be thankful and having fun and playing Golden Tee, just make sure that you're responsible. If you guys are going to be out drinking, playing a lot of Golden Tee, just make sure you have an Uber home or a Lyft. Just be careful, have fun, and don't hit trees like I did. So, there is your first fun fact of the day. Watch out for the tree branches on Pine Meadow. Just discovered that now. But that's alright, because like anytime you play a daily contest, I know some of you have talked to me through these streams and say that you play one game and you're done. I know a lot of you have watched these live streams that Adam and I have done or the videos and said, hey, you know what? I had a good run in it, but let me play again. And that's the nice thing about the daily contest, is that it gives you the ability to play as many times as you want. And 9 times out of 10, well, I'll say 7 times out of 10, you're going to get better and play, shoot better scores throughout the course of the day the more you play. I know it took me a while to understand that. Oh, get in there. Oh! Apparently this is just going to be a great shots all day, but no hole outs. That's alright. No. But I'll take the great shot points because you're going to need it in today's daily contest. I think the nice thing about this as like a special Freaky Friday, Blackout Wednesday contest, whatever you want to call it, unlike the typical Freaky Fridays we set up, this is not a major scoring contest. So what I mean by that is you're going to see guys shoot 28, 29, 30, and that's going to be the standard score today. And the nice thing, okay, come on. The nice thing is that for a lot of the casual guys out there, and I know some of them will chime in throughout the broadcast here, but a lot of the casual guys, it means that you have a better chance of getting your money back. Play a few extra games. There's $5,500 in the prize pool, so the more you play, the better chances you have of hitting a score and winning some cash back on this special Blackout Wednesday contest. Another one of the holes from Crawdad Swamp, I don't think was ever drivable, maybe 1 out of 10 times in Golden Tee 4. And we are going to do our best here today to avoid all these beautifully redesigned trees from our artists. But I'm going to pull back to the A. I'm going to hit out about in between the 1 and 2 because I don't want to go fully out. I just want to get out far enough to the left to avoid these trees and then hopefully take an eagle. Okay, well I ended up actually going full A1. Didn't get on the green, but I know if you actually hit the ball a little bit harder, you got a chance at another pretty easy eagle there. So I can't confirm on Pine Meadow, hole 12 here. If you decide to just be ballsy and hit the 10.5, or excuse me, the 9.5 driver, you have a good chance of hitting this hill there. So I'm just going to highly recommend you spend the, I don't know, 2 cents or whatever Danny Boy is going to tell me it cost. Spend the few cents to do a high tee. Hit that bad boy. Avoid the rocks, please. And you're putting in for another eagle. Now, I will say I do have to give plenty of kudos to Jim Zielinski, of course, the original designer of this course, and was a big part of the reimagining, the remastering of these courses. But just look at all the different tee boxes you have here on this course. I mean, 5 of them, all in different spots that are going to be different ways you can tackle this hole throughout throughout the time that we have with Pine Meadow. Oh, come on, that looks good. No? Alright. Mr. Bennett, I feel your pain there, my friend. 29,000 or 29 under with 72,000 after 12 rounds. I've been there before, my friend. It is fun, but you gotta work for it if you want to make some cash when it comes to playing Golden Tee. Beautiful, beautiful par 5 here. Pretty simple. Actually, one of the better setups for a par 5 on the back 9, I'll say. You guys should know this by now. If this is not your first time watching, I'm a big fan of the 5 hybrid and the 3 hybrid. Just the lower loft. I just like tackling some of those 200-yard shots with those clubs. So, the club selection in the bottom right is exactly what I am using. I hope. It better be. But hopefully you can take that information. I know that some of the better guys, and just in general, you guys are going to have different club sets. So throughout the broadcast, if you guys are playing live now or you've already played, feel free to chime in and let us know what clubs you used. Don't have a problem with telling everybody, you know, some of the other possible examples. So the one downside to getting rid of my 0 hybrid before starting this broadcast is now I do not have a good way to attack this hole. But think what we're going to do here. So we're just going to take a 9-5 and we're just going to crush it. Jason Stark, happy Thanksgiving to you too. Oh, look at that. That was actually pretty nice. We're actually going to rewatch that. So when in doubt and there's some trees and a little bit of water, just punch the driver and hope it gets to the trees like that. I would recommend a 0 bird for this hole. I took it out of my bag before I started streaming just because I didn't think there was an instance I really needed it, and I wanted to have an extra wedge just in case, but I have not been playing horribly, so I have not needed that close, short distance wedges. So I may actually, before the next game, switch out the graphics, switch the club set, and then see if we can actually get on the green or even possibly hole-in-one when it comes to hole 15 from Crawdad there. Again, another perfect example of a hole where the 3 hybrid just works so well. And we're just going to play this game of being inches. It's not even that I'm feet away from the hole. I'm 2 feet, 1 foot, a couple inches away from the hole. But all in good fun, though. Perfect club to use here, high T, 8 wood. I'm going to pull it back to the right of the B. I'm going to hit it hard to a little bit to the left triangle area of the 2. You don't want to crush it too hard, but there is a right 10 green slope, so you want to make sure that you play the slope and the wind pretty well. Could have been a better shot, but it also could have been a lot worse. So just watch out when putting on hole 17. For your eagle, you're going to have a pretty nasty up and left slope there. But the nice thing is, look at that. I had a few blow-up shots. I'm 24 after 17. I ended up 27 my first game. So what we're going to do here, beautiful, beautiful hole, Pine 18. Actually, probably the nicest setup, and I think Adam Kramer can agree, from the couple of setups we've seen over the last couple of months on this course. This is actually the first look where you're almost dead center with that pin. Otherwise, I've typically seen the tee box over here where you're cutting either against wind or against these rocks and trees. So we are going to take full advantage of that. I'm going to pull the trackball back to the left of the B, and then I'm going to hit it a little bit left of the 2. I want to avoid those trees, but actually, that was actually a good shot. Wow, look at that. That was better than I thought it would be. So look at that. The 119, you see I pulled it back to a little bit of the B, and I just barely hit it left of the 2. Ha ha ha, Butch Cooper. Appreciate my friend for joining. So let's see. 26 with 45,000. So look at that. I had the one, I had a missed eagle chip opportunity on hole 4. I had the one bogey on hole 8, the par 3, where I hit that that tree of Pine Meadow, short, simple par 3. So that right there is 3 strokes, and that's already a minus 29. So what I'm going to do is I am going to look at the Evan Goss in his little Thanksgiving outfit with his turkey hat. Also, actually, if you haven't done so yet, go on the Caddy app for your mobile, your Android or Apple device, or the Livewire website, and you can purchase our special little Thanksgiving pack, Thanksgiving outfit, along with some extra teas that you're going to need for this daily contest. So I'm going to set up another game here. I'm going to make one quick minor adjustments to my club set to put that 0 hybrid back in. Alright, so since I'm changing the graphic here so you guys, anybody that joins in, can see the different club set I'm using, let's make sure we actually choose that club set. I believe we're going the 0 bird bag here. So if you guys can see here, I still include both the 9.5 degree driver and the 10.5 degree driver just to have them as backups. I didn't really use the 10.5 much last go around, but we're going to keep it in there just to be safe. I think that 0 bird might be pretty useful on hole, I believe, 15 across. So let's get this graphic updated for you. And look at that, boom. The power of live television, folks. So, if you're just joining us, Paul Lady, good to see you, my friend. Hopefully we are live on Twitch and YouTube as well. Get some of those comments in when we have a chance here. Freaky Friday, very special Freaky Friday because today is Wednesday. It is a Blackout Wednesday. Very special daily contest. $5,500 prize pool. $2,200 added. Apparently, it's coming out of my bonus check this year, so thanks, Don Pescioni, my boss, for including me on that memo. But all joking aside, $500 top prize is going to be what's up for grabs today. Boom! Look at that. Actually, I quit. I'm not even going to stream anymore. I just started with the whole out. So, if you guys are just joining, I can't trust you guys. I can't trust you guys. Sorry, I wish I could, but you guys text and call me enough. More than you should anyways, so. Let's just take this moment in. Boom. I actually felt really nice about that, and then once I hit the green, I was like, alright, this is going in. So, if you want to start off good, just do that. Hole out and hole one, no big deal. But, as I was starting to say, last game shot a 20, what did I shoot? 26 with 3 strokes, kind of left on the table. I had 1 bogey on a par 3. Previous game, I shot a, what was it, 27, 28 with a few missed putts when I was practicing. So today's contest, very simple. 9 holes of Crawdad Swamp and 9 holes of Pine Meadow. All throughout the week, you guys have been playing events mode. The numbers have been crazy. I know Don and Adam and Scott and the entire team, we've kind of looked at the last few days' numbers alone, even with some of the technicalities and minor glitches we've had, and the numbers have been outstanding. So, thank you to all you guys for trying out events mode, our second events. If you haven't done so yet, when you're done playing the daily contest, get to your local watering hole, go to online, select events, and check in. You're getting 9 holes of Pine Meadow, 9 holes of Crawdad Swamp in events mode. So what we've done today for special Blackout Wednesday, right before the Thanksgiving holiday tomorrow, we took those opposite holes, threw them in there for today's daily contest. So, let's see. Brian Gustafsson. Okay, so I am at my house, but I have a commercial. My game has been converted to a special development commercial version, so I can do live streams like this outside of the office for daily contests, Freaky Fridays, events mode, stuff like that. So, just some transparency there for those of you in the audience wondering. But I do not have, it's not a home edition. It is it's set up as our development commercial unit where I can still play in the same contest that you guys are playing outside in the field, but I still have access to some of the developmental features and kind of show off the courses a bit more. I could tell you right now, this hole 3 from Crawdad Swamp is probably going to be one of the most holdout holes of today's daily contest. You saw me hit the 5 bird on there. It's just such a nice setup where you just kind of push the ball forward. That's the 3rd time I've gotten great shot points on that hole, but just having a hard time grabbing that hole. Also, I need to actually figure out a way to include this in my little video so you guys can see it. But I am using grabber golf balls. I know some of these guys might end up using streaks for certain setups, like the one I'm about to try. But if you just go in this hole, you say, okay, simple par 4, boom. You just pull back, hit it straight, and you're on the fairway. Take your birdie and run. But I like to do things the hard way, and I'm trying something new. So we're teeing it high here. We're going to spin the ball real hard. I don't have a lot of room here, so I'm not getting my full power. But look at that. 29-yard chip. Little chip out of the green here. Let's see. We're just going to go ahead and push that. Get in the green. All right. Dang it. So there's another easy opportunity. You know, I got close all 3 times trying to chip that. Hopefully, on the next game, I can get it. But another opportunity for an extra stroke that most people might just look right past. So, you know, I'm 6 after 4 because that hole out I had on hole 1. And here's another really good setup if you're just joining us. I got this close first time. Oh, this might be going in. Ah! All right, I'll take it. Ryan Bennett, thank you for chiming in. Yeah, so it's 11:59 Central Time. So that would make it 8 o'clock wherever you are, Butch. I know you don't get to play Prize Play very often, so I'm sure you're going to be enjoying this. Another Beautiful, beautiful look here from Pine Meadow. I'll tell you now, I have not hit this tree yet, but I know it's going to come soon. So anytime you get this little tee box here, you get this this tee placement here. I believe Mystic Hills, hole 5, the par 5 was like that as well, where you got to set up sometimes right there with the trees in your face. I just very simply just moved over a few degrees just to take that tree out of play. I'm going to use the 10.5 degree driver, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the ball back a little bit to the right of the B and hit it out to the left of the 2. So I kind of slightly pull the ball to the right, and then hopefully the wind will carry it over. I need that wind right now. Yeah, thank you. Look at that. Beautiful. A little bit more of a pushing out to the 2 than I wanted, but I think it worked out for the best. Jason, trackball seemingly doing fine now. I know trackball sound is always tough because some people it sounds like it's grinding too much or spinning too much, but so far I have not done anything out of the ordinary that would cause me to think I need a new trackball. Butch, appreciate that. So, Crawdad, hole 7 here. Sometimes you can go over here, avoid those alligators, of course, but sometimes you can lay up here, but it's not really the most ideal look. Honestly, with the clubs that we have now in Golden Tee Live versus Golden Tee 4, it's just best to just go right past this little hill here, or even if you want to stop, try to stop your ball on that hill to have a little bit more of elevation advantage. But you can see I'm going to just take, I'm offset by a few degrees here, but I'm going to take this 3-wood and I'm just going to push it out there, because anywhere I land on the green with that that 11 wind in my face, it's not not the hardest putt in the world, but not a gimme either. Yeah, it's hard with the trackball, especially because of how hard I hit the ball sometimes. It's hard to mask the sound of the trackball, but like Jeff said, Jeff is one of our wonderful sound guys. So we will do what we can to fix that. All right, so this last hole, the last go around, if you guys are around, I missed this pretty badly. So avoid that tree today, baby, and we are just going to boom right on the green, take a simple birdie on short little par 3 from Pine. And Pine is another course where I know Jim did a really good job in having different tee boxes, and even though they're not far from each other, the slightest change in the tee box and the tee placement can really make a difference in how you approach the green on some of those holes. Check in on the YouTube side really quick, see what's going on there with our friends. Again, this is 3-bird. I feel like is a perfect setup for this. Oh, come on, get it. Ah! 3-bird with that up 7 slope on the green makes it real nice to just kind of push it right up towards the pin there. So, minus 14, I hold out on the very first hole. Nearly missed an extra eagle attempt on hole 4. If you haven't, if you just joined us and you haven't seen yet, chance to not necessarily drive the green unless you're using the streaks, which then may be an option, but you can get into that sand trap and just kind of push the ball forward for like a 30-yard chip. I've just been burning the edge of the cup so far. Perfect opportunity for a ramp. Maybe we'll see one sometime. Alright, sorry guys. I'm just switching over to the YouTube side now. So Timmy, very excited to hear that you have purchased Golden Tee Home Edition. As somebody who did that way before I became an employee of the company, very well worth it. Alright, come on, give me I need a nice kick up. Alright, that's okay. We're still a chance for eagle. there are videos out there. I know Richard King, if you got, and Golden TTV. If you go to Golden TTV on YouTube, for those of you chiming in on that side. Oh, look at that. Swoosh-aroo. Little kiss off the pin for Eagle. Thank you, Peter Jacobson, with the swoosh assist. If you go to Golden TTV, you can see a lot of videos from the live tournaments. That's probably the best example to see how to use a trackball and do some of those cut shots. I know Adam Kramer and I have talked about coming up with some videos like that as well. It's such a touch thing that it's hard. I know when I try to teach friends how to play, you know, it doesn't always work because everybody hits the trackball differently. But I think, I think with the way that we implemented the shot feedback meter this year, it really helps kind of give you a better tool to perfect. The shot feedback meter is a great tool when we're doing these live streams, or Adam does preview videos, or you're watching videos from Golden TTV at the live tournaments. It really helps kind of show how some of these guys are shaping their shots. So the nice thing is you can always go back and watch some of these live streams. Watch some of these live streams, use that pause and screenshot feature that YouTube and Facebook have, and just take a look at what, when I hit really good shots, watch those. When I don't hit good shots, watch those and don't do what I do. Come on. Oh. So, this hole, yeah, it was hole 15. Never drivable before in Golden T4, at least from what I can remember. What I'm going to do, though, is use Zero Hybrid. I was able to smash a driver through the trees and somehow got in the green, but what we're going to do is I put the Zero Hybrid back into my bag. So I am going to try to finesse it through this little gap here. Probably clip some trees, but let's see what happens. Oh, look at that. Give the kiss. So, not as nice as it was before, but still... still putting in for Eagle. I should have probably used my 5 Hybrid and chipped that, but another chance at an Eagle there. So I think depending on how you approach hole 4 from Pine Meadow and how you approach hole 15 from Crawdad during today's setup, you can. There's 2 potential strokes there that you might, not necessarily be missing, but could definitely help improve your game and maybe get you a couple extra dollars back today. I mean, first place, like we talked about, first place in today's contest is $500, and second place is $375. So, when we add money to these prize pools, just make sure you know and understand and realize that all the money does not go to the top. Yes, it definitely increases the top prizes because we know that you guys love to challenge for those, but we make sure to spread the extra cash out very evenly across the board. So even if you just play casually with your buddies or get out and play once or twice, just know that there's definitely a chance to... These courses are not super scoreable, but they're scoreable enough that you can get a good chunk of change back. Look at that. Oh, come on. No pressure. I mean, they gave me great shot points, so I'm happy for that. Let's take a look at the scores right now. So, first score, okay, well, Andy Haas is the king of everything. Andy Haas is a 33. Seth Stanford has a 32. Jeff Lannon and Tony Johnson have 31s, and then a handful of 30s. So, it's still early enough in the day, but, I mean, right now, the 100th place is a -20, and that's still a $10 prize. So, First place 500, second place 375, third place 250, fourth place 150, fifth 125, and then it goes on from there. But this is a perfect time to get out there. The scores are going to be ridiculous when these guys play 20, 30, 40 games to try to beat their friends and get the money. But just know, if I don't screw this up, which I definitely did, so shout out to me and opening my mouth. If I didn't screw that up, I would have shot a 29 with 2 eagle opportunities, and this is why I knew this is where it gets hairy, because I took out my wedge that I didn't think I needed, and I did. So, that's where I messed up my shot. So instead of shooting a 29, I'm going to shoot probably a 26, unless I magically make this chip. So, but the fact that after, 3 games, I was on pace for a minus 29, and had the opportunity to shoot a 31 pretty easily. So, not the best score there, but it's okay, because daily contest you play as many times as you want. So I'm going to set up another game here. I'm going to step away for just a minute or 2. And then I will be right back, and then we will set up another daily contest here and play our special Blackout Wednesday $5,500 prize pool contest. Alright, welcome back into the Golden Tee Lounge. Just needed to get some water there, get rehydrated, ready for the day. So hopefully, if you're just joining in, you've seen today's very special Blackout Wednesday daily contest, $5,500 prize pool. Oh no, did I? Okay, we're good. $5,500 prize pool. Play as many times as you want before the end of the day today. Unfortunately, wasn't able to get a hole out like I did last game. So, unfortunately, have nothing exciting to start off with for you. But 9 holes from Crawdad Swamp, 9 holes from Pine Meadow, our 2 Golden Tee 4 reimagined courses for Golden Tee 2019. I need that ball to stop. Stop? Okay. These courses don't come out for modes of play until January and March, where they'll get introduced in invitational contests and then come out in after that for prize play, just like Rattlesnake and Mystic did last year for Golden Tee 2018. So, special sneak preview, or multiple sneak previews this week. Events mode, our second event ever. A $12 top prize, 50-man prize play contest going on all week. You can play as many 10 games up a day, as many games as you want, up to 10 per day on our mixed up 4 Turkey Spectacular. What you're seeing today in the Blackout Wednesday daily contest is the exact opposite holes. So the 4 reimagined holes that were not shown in events mode you're seeing today in our special daily contest. So, first tip I'm going to give you today. Normally you just see this shot, see this green, see this fairway. All right, hit it on the fairway, take your birdie, walk away. I have discovered opportunity for eagle here, so I high-teed it, top left corner. I'm using grabbers. Streaks might be the better option, but I'm just going to basically spin this, hit a spinny C3. Apologize for the sound because I'm sure it's going to come out real nice and loud. You're not going to necessarily get on the green, but if you see where this lines me up, puts me real close. Come on. Ugh! That's the 4th time I've done that. Have yet to get the eagle on hole 4, but it's very easy. You can just get it into the sand there, which is a lot nicer than trying to hole out from the fairway. Try something different on this hole and see if I can actually get a closer shot. I keep getting great shot points, great shot points, great shot point, but no hole-in-ones yet. This hole right here, I said it again, and I will continue to say it. This reminds me of Mystic Hills, hole 5, the drivable par 4, where if you're not paying attention, you can clip those trees. So we are going to avoid that today. Literally just going to use the tee to move it over. I'm going to keep it at medium. I'm going to use that 10-mile-an-hour wind to my advantage, but let's just take a look here. See, you've got water on the right. You want to make sure that you do not hit the ball too far to the right, otherwise you're going to be out of luck. So, been getting lucky so far. I've been kissing the fringe more than I should. This time, landing right on the green, you can see that 108. I pulled it a little bit back to the B and then hit it out. The nice thing about these live streams is that if I'm playing too fast or you guys are not out at your local watering hole yet, you can go back. These videos will be archived the moment we end the live stream in a little bit here. You can go back to Facebook. You can see the shots that I hit really well, and you can do the exact same thing I did. Just watch that trackball feedback meter, or the shot feedback meter. Try to replicate it when you hit your shots. And hopefully, the shots that I hit well, like this one right here, oh, I'll take it. Hopefully those shots that I hit really well, you're able to mimic or kind of follow along and potentially save yourself some strokes down the line. I did, on the first live stream game, I did hit the tree because I moved the tee back. So if you move your tee back on that box, on this hole, just make sure that you're very aware of the trees that are ahead of you. Let's just take a look, quick look. Good old glance here at this leaderboard. Oh, look at that guy on the bottom there. Bottom of the leaderboard, but top in the score. Nice guy right there, whoever that Lindsay is. If this is your first time joining, you should know by now that, or you should get to know that the 3 hybrid and the 5 hybrid are going to be some of the best clubs that I use. Thankfully, I haven't had to do so much here, but when chipping from far away, I like to use the 5 hybrid, keep it low, and just attack the pin. But the 3 hybrid has come into play a few times throughout this daily contest. In an instance where I don't necessarily need the amount of loft that I would get using a 6 wood. Hole 11 from Craw, another one where it did not used to be drivable. So thankfully with the tees and clubs and balls that we have now, you can just hit a nice big A1. I'm going to hit it harder than I have before because I keep missing that green. Ugh, did it again. But I putted in when nobody was watching for eagle, and I chipped in once. So hopefully we do it again. Nope, not that time. But another hole where you could easily get eagle on a hole that in Golden T4, if you were around then, you might not been able to drive that before. This hole right here, just to play it safe, use that high tee to get over this big hill. I think it gets over without it, but I would like to avoid the water on this final daily contest for today's live stream. I talked about this a little bit before, but this hole 13 from Craw is going to be real interesting to see once this comes out for invitational play and then prize play, because there are so many little tee boxes, and they might look similar or the same type of looks, but I know Jim and his team do a lot of research when it comes to the tee box placement and how even the slightest change of the tee box or like moving the tee box can really make a difference in the way you approach a hole. So hole 13, even though it's a simple looking par 3, especially with the slope change, can really be a lot harder than it looks. And boom. More great shot points, no more hole outs. I'm hoping I got 5 more holes or a few more holes to go, get a hole in one here. So first couple times I played this 10.5 driver, or excuse me, 9.5 driver, I just smashed through those trees, it caught the green, and I somehow made an eagle putt. I put the Zero Hybrid back in my bag, and I actually hit it too soft. I ended up having a long putt from the fringe, and I missed it. So, but it does, even with the low tee, it does, well that time it got all of it before I kicked up the sand. That's why I switched to bite, hoping that I would catch the sand and spin on the green. But another hole where it's not a guaranteed eagle, so you got to be careful with it. But look for, especially with these being new courses to a lot of players, and I mean, actually, even if you play them in Golden T4, you're gonna have more opportunities to do things you never did before. So stuff like that, a Zero Hybrid, a shot underneath those trees would never have happened or worked in Golden T4. So you just have to, with these new courses, just look for opportunities to make that magic happen. And maybe it's a high driver through the trees you never thought would actually get through the trees on the green. I mean, I did that a few times today too. So as we wrap up here, remember 8.5 or 8 wood high tee on hole 17 here of Craw. That was the one that I've been getting closer and closer, but still can't get it near or in the cup. But even with a couple screw-ups I had, I'm going to hopefully end up 27 under after the scoring opportunities are definitely there. I'm going to high tee a 5 wood. I'm going to pull it a little bit to the left of B and hit it straight. Alright, that time it was much better than the last hole. Oh, come on! Oh! That would have been the best ending of a live stream I've ever had. But with that being said, I'm going to take my eagle with stride, 27 under. Take a look at the scorecard. All green and blue, so no pars, no bogeys, but a few holes where I missed eagle. Right there, that's a 29, maybe a 30. So check the daily contest portion of the Caddy mobile app or the Livewire website. The scores are, you know, there's 33s, but those guys, you got to remember, those guys that are winning these contests are playing 20, 30, 40, 50 games, and I'm not even lying. So get out there. Be safe, have fun, enjoy the time with your friends, be thankful for your family, friends, and of course for Golden Tee. From everybody from Incredible Technologies, happy Thanksgiving. Thank you for being fans of this game and making it what it is today. As somebody who's been a part of this game for more than 2/3 of his own life, I resonate with all of you. So Be safe. Have fun. Get out there, play today's daily contest. Have a happy Thanksgiving tomorrow. Check back in with us Friday. We'll give you a little bit more coverage of our Black Ridge Freaky Friday special daily contest. All right, everybody? Be careful.